Hi guys, it's Kiyako here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of the witch's house from the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel. This was requested by Robin and Derpy. Thank you guys so much for this request. I've been wanting to do this for a long time actually. It's definitely been something that I've been really excited to do. I just really had to search for a lot of like custom content for this build. And that's because obviously the story of this build is that the witch's house is made of candy. And that's what she uses to like lure the children in. So I had to go out and find like a lot of candy custom content that I could, you know, resize and try to make look like it was actually part of this house or, you know, just some magic candy stuff. So I just did like a huge, I just sat down on my computer for like a couple hours and just was looking for candy custom content. And I actually ended up finding a few sets that really ended up working out pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for the request, you guys. I love it when you guys give me requests. Keep doing them. As I said before, I got a lot of videos coming out, coming up that are things that you guys have requested, so keep a lookout for those. So here I'm setting up the house here. The house traditionally, I think, in the original fairy tale is supposed to be like a gingerbread house. I kind of made it more like a chocolate house. I actually do change the roofing and the wallpaper later, so that's not what it's gonna look like right now, but it was just easier for me to make it look like chocolate bars and like gingerbread. I just didn't have anything like textured like gingerbread. I took it in a different direction. But here I am just laying out a whole bunch of candies. You can see, you know, cakes, little ice cream things, lollipops, stuff like that. Stuff that would definitely lure in, you know, hungry children in the woods. But I do want to explain part of my concept here. So you'll see me later on go in and turn the house around, and basically what happens is the back of the house looks completely different than the front of the house. Because what I was trying to do is create almost like the sense of a facade, like the witch cast a spell over the front of her house so that when kids come up to it, they see all this candy, it's like great. But from the back of the house, she doesn't have her magic facade there because she doesn't need it there because there's no children coming from that way, I guess. The back of her house looks like a real creepy witch cottage because that's what it truly is. This is just like a facade. This is like WandaVision shit. If you guys have seen that show recently, where she like makes everything look a particular way, and it's like magic and stuff. So that's basically what's going on here. Is she has this magical facade of candy, and then the real, true look of the evil cottage is in the back. So you'll see that later on. Right now you can see that I have basically the final look of the cottage down, which is like these chocolate colored paneled walls, which I like this paneling because to me it kind of looked like pieces of chocolate bar. Maybe to you guys it just looks like paneling, but I thought that it kind of worked as like chocolate bars. And then I went with this like blue candy color roof because I figured maybe the tiles are like really sweet hard candy or something. I don't know. I just really like the blue color for the roof. I thought it was cute. On the side we have the chimney, which, you know, hints at the oven within, which is where she ends up pushing the children or getting pushed into the oven herself, depending on which story you want to follow. But there's that evil oven on the inside where she cooks, you know, all the children she captures. I did kind of take a dark note with this, as I tend to do. I usually take fairy tales and make them a little bit more messed up than they need to be. I don't know why, just it's more fun that way, I guess. But you'll see later on, I do add in hints that perhaps this is something that she does a lot, like she often lures children in, and she is often successful, and you'll see that later on, because you'll see a lot of skulls, a lot of buried bodies, some kind of dark stuff later on, so this is not new for her. She is a well-practiced witch who consistently eats children, I guess, so maybe she is finally thwarted by Hansel and Gretel, but they are definitely not her first attempt at eating kids. Let's just say. I put this like cake lining at the top of the house here, just wanted to add extra elements of candy architecture to the house because I wanted to really show that the house itself looked like it was made of candy. Because I think in the story what happens is like the kids come and like eat part of her house, and then she comes out and she's like, oh, like come inside or something, I don't know. This story, like the thing about doing fairy tale builds, I love them so much. The thing about them is that there's so many different versions of fairy tales that you can really do kind of anything with them. You can really take a lot of liberties with which version you want to follow, or, you know, what kind of additional details you want to add. So I did take a few liberties with that. you know, with the witch eating a lot of children. But here I am just separating off what's going to be the front of the house and then the area that's going to be the back of the house. And here I'm just adding in a lot of woods because I really wanted this place to look super dense. Like, I really wanted it to seem like these kids were just really, really lost in the middle of very creepy, crowded woods. So I just wanted to put plant life literally everywhere, trees everywhere, just really amp up the whole lost in the woods kind of thing. So you'll actually see me doing this. I'll be adding in more trees and more wood just over time. So you'll consistently see me grab random trees and bushes and grass and just stick it around just as I build up my forest. But yeah, that's just what I'm doing now, sticking in bushes and trees and etc, etc. And let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, so these pink trees, I really like them. I really like the pink color. I figured maybe they could play as like cotton candy trees, maybe? I know they don't fully look like that, but I figured maybe, you know, stretch of imagination. And here's where I'm putting in all the different grave sites where she's buried all her past victims. So obviously there's a lot, and that's kind of dark, so, you know, I said I'd make it dark. I put that little cage trap thing out there because maybe that's where she keeps children sometimes when she's about to slaughter them. Because I figured maybe the oven method where she like pushes them into the oven isn't like her only method. I figured that maybe sometimes she actually just dead ass takes them outside to her backyard and just like slits their throat. Yeah, I said I took it a dark way. Like, you know, it's fun that it's dark, I think. Here I'm just adding little cupcake details to this little lining at the top because I figured they kind of look like Pocky sticks actually. And the cupcake detail, it just looks like little dollops of frosting, which I thought could, you know, add to the whole candy structure thing going on here. Here I'm just looking through the debug menu as I always do, just looking for stuff to use. Let's see. The back of her house is not fully done yet. I do need to go in and change that wallpaper and the roofing. You'll see me do that in a second. I'm building her a little fireplace here in her backyard, and then I'm putting that little pile of clothes next to the fireplace because I figured that she would burn the clothes of her victims after she kills them. Again, very dark, I'm sorry. Here I'm adjusting the roof, so as you can see from the front, it still looks like very blue and candy colored. And then from the back, it's gonna be the creepy, mossy, really evil looking cottage that she really has. And I actually really like this effect. I've never done this kind of thing before where like the roof in the front is different than the roof in the back. It looks, I mean, from the side it looks kind of jank, but from the front it looks good, I think. From the front and the back, if you look directly on, I think the effect, or I guess the illusion actually works pretty well. And then I changed the wallpaper there. And then putting in a little back door here so she can take, you know, her victims out back and put them in that cage and, you know, kill them, burn their clothes, and bury them. Wow, it's so much darker when I put all the steps together. There's like so much going on here. Here I'm adding like ivy thorn stuff to her wall, just add a touch of, you know, evil greenery. Putting in, let's see, I'm gonna put in like a work table here, which is where she's going to maybe skin the kids. This is so dark, I'm sorry. I put a fish skeleton there. I ended up changing that out for a skull just for, you know, accuracy. And then putting in some dirt pathing here. More little bushes here and there. Again, just trying to make this wood area seem very dense. So like kids could really easily get lost here. And then let's see, what are we doing here? More, what is this? Oh, just putting in dirt and stuff. As I always put in dirt under my trees to make them seem more realistic, like they're actually rooted in the ground. Added in this flowery texture for the flooring in front of the house. I figured maybe those flowers on the ground could be little pieces of candy or just, I don't know, candy flowers, something like that. Let's see, more greenery. Oh, that roof detail. I love that roof detail. It's from actually like a Victorian architecture set, but it kind of looks like dripping frosting a little bit, and I just really liked how that looked, so. And then I put this little table here with like some cookies, and then I put like a little piece of paper, which could be like a note that says like, oh, eat all you want, or like, this is for hungry children, or something like that. And then I thought about putting in like a stone pathway here. I ended up scrapping that just because I didn't really like how it looked. Adding in more candy because I found these little macaroons, which I thought were really cute. If you pronounce it macarons and it is macarons, then and I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I say macaroons. I don't know if I think there's a difference, but honestly I don't know the difference, so I'm sorry if that's incorrect. So these little macaron things are like little display platforms for those little ice cream sundaes. I thought was pretty cute. And now we're gonna go into the inside of the house, which is a pretty fun kind of look. You'll see what we go for. It's very interesting. So we have this like interesting setup. So I don't know how to explain this. So the room in the back there that's up on a platform is where her bedroom, bathroom, like her private witch shit is gonna be. But the front entrance, like the living room space, is still kind of part of the facade where there's gonna be some like candy, sweet related things, so that when the kids come inside, they're not automatically like, oh my god, this witch is evil, let's leave. It's more like they stay and they become comfortable and they eat the candy. And then I think what it's supposed to happen is they like fall asleep, like they nap on her couch and then they wake up and they're like in cages or something. Like I don't really remember how all that goes down in the original story, but that's kind of the version that I came up with. So here I am putting in, let's see, the doorways and the stairs to that area, putting in my lighting, sectioning off my bathroom, and then let's see, what am I doing here? Putting in my door. We're gonna start doing this in a minute, the decorating, putting my flooring, tiles, I love tiles. I think I'd go with like a stone flooring. Let's see, wallpaper took me a sec to choose. I ended up going actually with a pretty colorful look for the interior of this, which I think works because part of me feels like the characterization of this witch, because of her tactic of turning her house into literal candy to lure in children, she's definitely a creative, you know? She's definitely got a really spunky personality, like she comes up with really, you know, twisted shit to eat kids, and I got mad respect for that. So she's definitely a lady with some creativity and style, so I figured her house would be colorful and vibey and just really, I don't know, interesting, I feel like. So I went with these bright jewel tones, which I think works pretty well, especially in comparison to the colorful outside of the build. And then here I'm putting in pillows on this little chair. There is gonna be candy. Like I said, I'm just putting in some furniture that's not candy because they're gonna need a place to, you know, fall asleep. So I put in, let's see, these little tables, which are like crackers, as you can see, like biscuit tables. A side table that's a cupcake, and then a coffee table that's literally a slice of cake. She definitely has ants, but you know, she can magic them away, it's fine. Putting in, let's see, putting in lights, I believe. Yeah, little table lights on the side. Which one? Yeah, those blue ones, which I thought complemented the blue furniture. And then I'm gonna put in some paintings. One of them has skulls on it. Maybe that's like a little hint that something's off, but like the kids don't notice it because they're like so hungry, they're just like ignoring all the warning signs. And then here I'm putting in, let's see, rug. Don't you love that chocolate couch? Like the chocolate bar couch in the corner there? Hold on, you can see it better in a sec, but I love that chocolate bar couch. I recently downloaded that. It's so cool. It's really, really cool. A little tray of mugs on the table. Maybe she drugged them so they fell asleep. I don't know. Little cake stand over here. Just putting around cake, food, stuff they can eat. And then let's see, putting in, oh, I hated these like silver legs though, so I'm just trying to cover them up here. I think I used these, let's see. Yeah, I think I just end up using those. And then I think my gold, or my metal accent ends up being gold, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I'm putting in some gold paintings, or like gold frame paintings, gonna put in a gold chandelier, and then gold is just gonna be the color throughout this build that shows up. Little wardrobe back here just because I needed to put something there and she probably needs the storage, so putting in a little wardrobe there. Little mirror, and then I think, let's see, what else are we putting here? Oh, more little decorations, little details. I believe I put a broom, yeah, broom there. And then let's see. Oh, I see, a little wall, or like spider webs, little wall accents to indicate maybe something's off here, like the house is a little bit falling apart, a little bit sketch. Putting in, well, we're in her bedroom now, so I'm gonna put in a bed for her. I kept the bed pretty simple. I do put a quilt on it, which I think is super cute. Don't you guys love that quilt? I love that quilt. I've used this quilt multiple times in different builds. You guys love it every time it's there. I love it every time it's there. It's the magic quilt. I love this quilt. Putting in, let's see, little skull candle. Another little skull. She's definitely a freaky lady. She loves her bones for some reason. You'll see, there's a lot of skulls around this house for some reason. Let's see, putting in, yeah, skull. Here I'm just trying to pick out what I'm gonna be putting around in the room. Just putting in some decorations on the floor so I remember to put those in later. Let's see, putting in, ooh, a spindle, a spinning wheel. I thought this was so cool. I also recently downloaded this, so I just stuck that in the corner for her because for some reason the activity of sewing is often portrayed as being evil in medieval times. Like the, what was it, the story of Rumpelstiltskin and him like spinning gold or something. I don't know, that's such an obscure fairy tale. I always thought that fairy tale was so weird, the Rumpelstiltskin one. I don't know. Anyways, I thought the spindle was pretty cool, so stuck that there. Gold chandelier, putting in, let's see, a rug. I like this rug. I like the details on it, like the birds. Very pretty rug. Bookcase over here, because she's a witch, you know? She's got to have spell books. Putting in, let's see, I think I give her a desk, which is where she's gonna do her, I don't know, her witch studies, I guess. Putting in witchy things on her desk. Like, let's see, that bust, that creepy hand. Let's see, what are we doing? I'm just taking stuff randomly. A little wand there. Let's see, because she's a witch, so she'll probably need a wand. Little mouse hole, you know, why not? A skull, obviously, because she has a lot of victims. What am I looking for? That's stuff for the kitchen, but we'll talk about that later when we're actually in the kitchen. Let's see. Dang, I take so long. Okay, putting in a wheelbarrow on the back. I stuck that wheelbarrow on the back because I figured maybe she needs the wheelbarrow to like help her move the bodies around. Yeah, I know, that's like dark, twisted stuff. Putting in a magic book there. I believe I'm gonna pop in, yeah, a chest there where she keeps like secret stuff. Maybe it's where she keeps her like extra special skulls. I don't know. A little stool for her to sit on. Over here, I think I just pop in a wardrobe. You know, for storage purposes, a little painting, and then I believe that's it. Yes, so we're getting to the bathroom now, which is just gonna be a toilet and a bathtub, I believe, because I couldn't actually fit a sink in here. Because like, well, okay, I could have fit in a sink if I went with a shower, but showers seemed too modern for me, and I really wanted a clawfoot bathtub, so just, you know, she can use the sink in the kitchen, it's fine. I don't really see her, you know, going out of her way to brush her teeth, so, you know, maybe she doesn't need a sink. So we're in the kitchen now. This is the infamous oven. You can't really see it when the walls are half up like this because it's technically like a wall-mounted object. So when my walls go down, it disappears, but I promise you it's there. So that's the oven where she sticks people in. Here's the cage where she sticks in the kids, because isn't that part of the fairy tale, like, she sticks Hansel in a cage and then like force feeds him, something like that. My favorite cabinets and counters of all time. Derpy, you're very familiar with them. They are absolutely wonderful. Putting in a little teddy bear, because maybe that was one of the kids and she like stole it and snatched it from him. And then that's the build. I know that went by pretty fast in the end, but I hope you guys got a good look at that very creepy kitchen. But yeah, this was super fun to do. Thank you so much to Robin and Derpy for suggesting this. I've been wanting to do it for so long, so thank you guys for reminding me to just, or encouraging me to just take the step and do it, and I think it turned out really well, so I hope you guys like it. Keep sending me or commenting your requests because I really do listen to them and I really love listening to your ideas. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.